Looking at the buildings today, it can be difficult to see beyond the modern complex. But imagine, it is the mid-1850s. Incursions from along the river are a constant concern. Smugglers and rustlers from across Texas threaten the livelihoods of families and businesses in the region. Protecting the people of the area, Fort Ringgold. Beginning in the mid-1800s, Fort Ringgold served as a source of protection for Rio Grande City and much of the Rio Grande River. During much of the 1800s, Camp Ringgold was the region's primary defense. Soldiers from the camp patrolled the area between Fort McIntosh, located in Laredo, Texas, 107 miles to the west, and Fort Brown, located in Brownsville, Texas, 100 miles to the east.
Ringgold, like Brownsville and Laredo, were major bases, and there were smaller bases like White's Ranch and Clarksville and Roma.
Leaving troops stationed at the fort approximately 207 miles of rough brush, mesquite trees, and South Texas temperatures to defend. Ultimately, Fort Ringgold's location helped ensure stability and economic growth for Rio Grande City and the region.
The fort was named after Captain Samuel Ringgold, who was the first American officer to be killed at Palo Alto in 1846. And so, not too long after they established the camp at Davis's Landing, they began to call it Camp Ringgold. It protected the border and the frontier.
During the U.S. Civil War, Fort Ringgold was occupied at varying times by both Southern and Northern troops. The South primarily utilized the fort as a staging ground for the sale of cotton to ports of call around the world. As the tides of war turned to the North's favor, so did the occupation of Fort Ringgold. And by war's end, the fort's mission returned to protecting the border.
With the collapse of the Confederate government, most of the local governments in Texas also collapsed, and there was really anarchy, and the Army basically was the law.
As a base for law and order, immediately after the Civil War, Fort Ringgold housed a now famous group of soldiers.
There were Buffalo soldiers there from 1866 to 75, and at other times.
And they came down to try to prevent former Confederates from moving into Mexico and continuing the war from there, stop bandit raids across the river, Indian raids across the river, and also to stop the Mexican Revolution from spreading north of the river as well.
During the times immediately...
See, they're hidden pretty, well, somewhat good. With all the overgrowth now, with the palm trees. This is a separate house. They have a driveway. Oh, and a garage too. Just for that one house. Poochie, where's your owner? He almost got himself killed crossing the road. I'm just walking on the sidewalk and I got these dogs barking at me. I'm not sure what they're guarding exactly. There's a cop over there. Or he might not be in his vehicle. These are some real guard dogs. What is it? He wants to bite me. Alright, looking for the perfect spot to launch a drone here on this military fort. I don't know, I forget the name. And I can go up a level, which is a real advantage because people aren't going to see me so easily, and it's Christmas Eve, government buildings are closed. Yeah, probably launch in the sunny part I don't want to. I don't want to deal with these trees. With all my farting, either my smell and trying to hide, farting and trying to hide, either my smell or the sound is going to give me away. Alright, the library's over here. With their stacks of books, algebra. No walking in between any of these buildings. I was going to go over there, but now that I got security driving over grass to catch up with me, I don't think I'm too enthused about that. I just saw an open door. I don't know where this security guy is. Oh man, he's on the case though. Oh, there's an open door. So tempting. This is the hospital, so take me into the hospital. They don't like people. Oh, he's over at the gate check now. I could probably get away with. Ooh, it's so tempting. I don't think I'll do it. I just want to leave, actually. Get back to the safety of my car. It is pretty neat. Don't walk in between the buildings, let alone closely around them. Oh my god, upstairs? Not much. Alright, just a little curious what kind of plant this is. Is this edible? I think it might be a nut. It's very hard. It's ripening. It's looks like it should be edible, but I mean the person grew it on their own property. But maybe they do it for the flower. Right, sort of behind the Walmart here, next to the theater and stuff, there's this farmer's plot, and he's to overturn the soil. I don't know when he starts up the new round. It's all dry. It looks pretty good. Looks okay. Give it a little moisture and I guess it could work. I actually heard coyotes at night last night making their whimperings and howlings of celebration or something. On the other side of the Walmart, they were pretty loud or close. I don't know. But it makes sense out in a field like this. They hire the sheriff to stand at the front door till closing. Holy crap. There's talk about Mexicans crossing this Rio Grande illegally. Even over here, I think. Okay, there's a situation. I hear this guy screaming. He's going, whoa! He's going, whoa! And he drove behind the Walmart. Okay, there's nobody here because it's Christmas Eve. This guy comes over, he drives behind the Walmart and starts doing his scream. Whoa! I think that some people crossed, and that's what they're to listen for and head towards that guy's scream. Alright, 3 gunshots about 9 p.m. There's some kind of explosion that's going off every minute. And then now I hear those 3 gunshots. Pop, pop, pop. But that one, there's just all kinds of little explosions that are happening. Some kind of deterrent. I could see how they want to. Well, I don't know. They're shooting off all this noise. There are border patrol that have driven by this area quite a bit. I don't think it's too far from a Rio Grande, but what's behind the Walmart pretty much is just farm field. So Walmart's emptied, 6 p.m. closing, but it took like an hour before the lot really got empty, and it's going to be closed all day tomorrow. I think there might be a security truck sitting in the lot watching over it. I want to try to use the internet, but yeah, I might get investigated by the security truck. I definitely don't want to sleep here another night. They got something burning, some kind of like metal that's burning. That's not pleasant to smell. So empty Walmarts on Christmas morning are great places to boil some water for some coffee. Alright, I finally got around to cleaning out the inside. It almost looked like the outside. Nice and shiny in there. Makes a big mess with that steel wool. This looks a little bit better. This looked a little bit better than what this did. I could clean this out too. But yeah, I don't care about cleaning the outsides of these things. Just the inside's what matters. See if I can give it a little sparkle with some water. Clean out the residue. Whoops. Oh man. Alright. Dump it. Not much of an improvement there. Alright. Yeah, what's inside? I want the copper to be contacting liquid, and it really, in the dirty state, it really does not, to my satisfaction at least. Kind of amusing how the steel wool is magnetic. Cleans right up. It looks like fur pretty much. Yeah, it wants to hold tight. This is the weak magnet too. The ferrite. It's not even neodymium. It's moments like these I wish I brought my 52 times recorder, my Sony pretty much. This only does 8 times. You can see kind of that this is for Border Patrol, and they're using a camera system to record, to watch over the equipment over there. I'm not sure. It's just maybe just a storage area or something. It's behind the HEB here. Very interesting. Alright, so down from the gate from the port of entry into Mexico, not far from the Walmart, there's this Brady's Duty Free. They lost their electrical meter, so they've been out of business for a long time. I'm hearing more of the birds that I heard on the Pacific coast, the ocean type birds. I think they're reaching this far inland. Well, I've never seen this warning before, but I guess why not put it at the gates as opposed to places that it's not so important. It's kind of old looking. You can see a few cracks. This guy drove by. Well, I don't know. I was about to say he's illegal dumping, but there's trash cans on the side of the road. Once again, that's how the whole state operates. I think I've seen it in many cities where they have the dumpsters on the side of the road. So this government property, well, there's quite a few police cars. I was gonna say that it's probably the fort, but there's quite a few police cars. So it's maybe more the police station. Yeah, I see a building up ahead. So a police station has its own fenced off area near the fort, and you can see they have a nice symbol here. Get a better view in the open gate. Security is pretty tight. Okay, C-wire, tall fence, and then they just don't bother closing the door. It's amazing how that works. All right, so this says it's government property, no trespassing. But what? So I'm getting recorded, I think. I think this is a part of the. Oh, it doesn't open. Oh, okay. I thought they slid open. I guess it. Oh, it's on a mechanical thing. They don't bother locking it. It's all mechanical that's holding it closed then. Oh, okay. So United States Army 63rd Regional Support Commands. That's what I was trying to enter. I thought I was entering the fort. Reserve Center, the reserves. So you got police, you got reserves, you got that high school football field, and then you got the fort something. Yeah, you got historic Fort Ringgold.